everyone, this is a trader investor. In this video I really want to go over the broader markets, how they are faring, what is going on today. The last few days we've been going down. Overall it's a bearish market, momentarily at least it's a bearish market. So how are we going to handle these moves, and what do we look at? What indicators do we want to look at to ensure that we're not trapped on the wrong side? In my last video, I talked about not being trapped with the broadening formation, right? When price is making a lower low or a higher high for that matter, when price is doing that and we are not aware of those areas where price could be manipulated, this is when we get trapped, right? So we saw this week where price came down and immediately reversed. Now we're still playing above that level, so I'm not saying once the manipulation is done we're not going to go back down there. That's not the intent, but the intent is at the initial surge of price penetrating a good level of support resistance, however you form that, that's not the entry, right? The first push is not the entry. Your entry is really when price is pushing and then using it as resistance, right? This is a good entry. Or price is pushing down, it hits it and then uses it as resistance, as support, right? It uses it as support for the reversal, or it uses it as resistance for that continuation in that move. Unless we have this clear indication, we not in a hurry to enter at the breakout of that position. Now I digressed for a little bit, but today really what I wanted to focus on is, as we're having these down markets, as you can see this big monthly bar, right? Whole of January has been terrible, right? It's been going down really bad. But let's look at IWM. IWM is, in my view, a leading indicator, right? If the Russell 2000 companies are showing a lot of weakness, the broader market is going to continue to have that weakness. And so we are not going to rush to do anything. And so when we look at those areas of manipulation where price from this last month went through it, it just sliced through it. Right, 2 weeks ago it came close, but then last week it sliced through it and never returned. It just keeps going down. So this, as a leading indicator, should caution us that we're not out of the bearish momentum yet. We're not out of this supposedly correction territory that we are in. And just to clarify, and just to make sure that we are looking at like the S&P or any other instrument, I like to see some retracement on the daily basis. I like to see some significant retracement, right? When we have that significant retracement and we close above the 38%, I might be interested to continue to drive the price up. But right now we are not seeing that. What we are seeing is it attempted one day, but everything after that has been a close below it, right? On the 25th, a close below it. On the 26th, a close below it. And today we have about 50 minutes left in the trading day. It's looking like it's going to be a close below it. So until we maintain this close above and maintain it strongly, we're not there yet, right? So this one day is where we had that manipulation that I mentioned in my last video. That manipulation in out, but that was not strong enough to push the markets to the upside. And as a leading indicator, what I look at is, if I look at IWM has been going down continuously being going down and attempting to close above the 38.2%. It attempted to go through it. It closed above it, but then it did not continue, right? We did not get a continuation. We actually collapsed. Right? Once we collapsed, then we have a new retracement that we need to keep looking at. Here, I'll go into my Fibonacci in details in other videos, and I've also discussed this. Once price penetrates the 38%, I redraw a new Fibonacci, and here is what I'm talking about. Close above the 38% and then follow through. So next day, following day, follow through until we come to some resistance. This crossing the 38% is not a guarantee that it's going to shoot up. It just says for now I close above it, and if I have a follow through, for the moment I'm heading in that direction. And we found resistance at the 100 level, and price continued down. When price continues down, even if S&P and the Qs and the diamonds are going up, I'm going to be very cautious, because IWM needs to be strong for me to say, yes, the broader market is completely healthy. Healthy meaning it wants to just keep going up. Otherwise, when the mid caps are saying, hey, I'm concerned, I'm going to just go down for now, that's for us to pay attention. And so here we've cleared the 38%, so we come back and redraw a new one. And when I redraw this one, I don't see a close above the 38%. Right? Very, very clearly here it's saying I'm not ready to continue to push up. I'm actually going to push down. And usually 3 or 4 times of a push. Here's 1, here's 2, and here's 3, and then it might continue to push down. Let's check out this one. I didn't draw the fib on the IWM, so we barely had a close above the 38%. So you can redraw it from there, or you can say no, it was not good enough, and I redraw it. Either way it's fine. Either way it's fine. Even if you redraw it from there, you had a close above the 38% once, but then no follow through. It typed the 50% from this last drawing, no follow through, right? That's the point. It doesn't matter where you draw that fib from, no follow through. And if IWM is struggling, my broader market is struggling. That's how I'm looking at it, right? Everything else is struggling, so it just kept going down. And in IWM, we did not see that price manipulation. Every low that you can see, every month's low that you can see, it's been breached. Now we're at a decision point. We're at this low. We are at this low. That's it. That's our decision point. Monthly pivot on the downside. I mark this. Now I want to see what is going to happen here. Right? Is this an area where we could see a reversal, or is the weakness going to continue? Is the weakness going to continue? And then one more thing, let's look at our VVIX. This is the volatility of the VIX. Above 120, I'm concerned always. Below 110 is the happy place. Right now, it's pushing to the upside. On a monthly basis, we are up. On a weekly, we are up. Now we're a little bit lower than last week, but still we're pushing higher. Daily, this is where you see that weekly reversal. So VIX is starting to show weakness, but when we're in the 140 area, I don't call this weakness. Weakness becomes when we come back below 120, below 110. And if we can stay there for a while, like this, like we saw in 2018, 2019, for a while, we're comfortable. There is no period where we're going to stay down there for a long time. We might breach it momentarily, but when we're staying above it for a long period of time, this is a concern, right? The market is not done going down. The market is not done going down. So we're cautious. So VVIX is very high, very, very elevated. IWM has a lot of weakness. IWM just keeps going down, lower highs. If you're looking at structure, a lot of weakness. It's not time for us to say, oh yeah, this broader market overall is done yet. And like I said, when you're looking at the SPYs, we have not cleared that 38% retracement from recent high to low. So once we have that into the picture and we're not able to clear it, right, I want to clear this area convincingly on a daily basis. I convincingly clear it. Until we clear that convincingly, we are not out of the woods. If you look at technology, which is showing a lot of weakness, technology showing a lot of weakness, that 38% will show clearly on this one as well, convincingly, right? A lot of weakness here. Here you go. Even this one, there's no retracement, down. We have not even closed above that 38.2%, not even one day, right? Even the strong retracement was just the manipulation area being taken care of, but that this reversal came way down here. It didn't come clearly like it did in the SPYs, right? In the SPYs, that manipulation area was clear, and we reversed right at that line. So the line is right here. My machine is just slow. It's going to draw it soon. That line is right here, and that reversal came right at that line. But when you look at the Qs, the reversal came way below that line. That line is up here, right? That reversal came way below that line. Therefore, it has a hard time clearing the 38.2. Until we clear this, I'm not comfortable on the long side. I'm going to remain bearish. So in all of the instruments, right, all the indicators, meaning I don't use indicators in my trades. What I mean by indicators is IWM, VIX, the Qs, the SPYs. When you combine it to look at the bigger picture, right? The idea is to look at the bigger picture. When you combine it to look at the bigger picture, we're struggling, right? We are struggling to push up. And so if we're struggling to push up, it's not time to enter for the long side if you're doing options. However, it's good to add to positions if you're doing what happened to my drawing here? If you are doing buy and hold, right? If you want to buy IWM for a long haul, if you want to buy SPYs for long haul, this is a good area to add. I'm not recommending you add down here. I'm just saying as price goes down, it's a good idea to add, especially if you add in stages. You don't add everything here, you just add in stages as price goes down. Because we could go in IWM, we could go down to the 181 area. Still a lot of points to go. We could get there. So don't be in a hurry for the market to turn around. IWM is showing some weakness. So I want to clear this for IWM. If we clear this area in IWM, we can start to get comfortable that the market is heading up. Alright everyone, take care for now, and I'll see you in the next video.